Alright, let's dive into what's hitting our screens this Sunday, August 9th, 2026, because honestly, there's a ton of stuff that's got me hyped, and I'm guessing you're gonna feel the same. But here's the thing, it's not just about what's on, it's about why it matters and what it says about where TV and streaming are headed. So, let's break it down, shall we? First up, The House of the Dragon Season 3 finale on HBO. Now, if you've been following this show, you know it's been a wild ride. Personally, I think what makes this finale so intriguing is how it's not just wrapping up a season, it's setting the stage for what could be an even more chaotic future. The Tumbleton situation? Yeah, that's gonna be messy. But what's really fascinating is how the show continues to explore power dynamics in a way that feels both medieval and eerily modern. It's like a mirror to our own political landscape, and that's what makes it so compelling. Now, let's talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta kicking off their 3-part reunion. Look, I'll admit, I'm a sucker for a good reunion episode. But what's interesting here is how these shows have evolved. It's not just about the drama, it's about the metadrama. The women aren't just rehashing fights, they're dissecting their own roles in the franchise. It's like reality TV eating itself, and I'm here for it. Plus, let's be real, who doesn't love a good off-screen feud spilling onto the couch? Then there's the Ultimate Girls Trip premiere, bringing together some of the most iconic housewives. This is where it gets meta. You've got Vicky, Luann, Portia, all these personalities in one house. It's like a reality TV supernova. But what's really interesting is how this show is trying to recapture the magic of earlier seasons. It's a nostalgia play, for sure, but it also raises a deeper question. Can these franchises ever truly go back to what they were, or are they forever changed by their own success? Now, let's switch gears to something completely different, The Chosen in the Wild with Bear Grylls. On paper, this sounds like a weird crossover, right? But here's the thing. It's actually a brilliant move. By taking the cast of The Chosen and throwing them into survival mode, the show is blending faith-based storytelling with raw, physical challenge. It's like a spiritual survivor, and I think it's tapping into something bigger, the human need to test our limits, both physically and spiritually. What many people don't realize is how much these kinds of shows reflect our cultural anxieties, in this case, the search for meaning in a chaotic world. And speaking of chaos, Lioness on Paramount Plus is another one to watch. Caitlyn's character is dealing with a crisis that's spiraling out of control, and it's a great example of how modern TV is leaning into high-stakes, fast-paced narratives. But what makes this really interesting is how it's not just about the action, it's about the emotional toll. Neil's storyline, trying to steady things at home, adds this layer of vulnerability that you don't always see in spy thrillers. It's a reminder that even in the most intense situations, the personal stakes are what keep us hooked. Finally, let's talk about NASCAR Americana on USA Network. This docuseries is timed to America's 250th birthday, and it's exploring NASCAR's role in the American story. Personally, I think this is a smart move. NASCAR has always been more than just a sport, it's a cultural phenomenon, tied to ideas of freedom, speed, and regional identity. But what this series is really doing is asking, what does NASCAR mean in 2026? Is it still the same symbol it was 50 years ago? These are the kinds of questions that make it more than just a sports doc, it's a cultural examination. So, there you have it. Sunday's lineup is packed with finales, premieres, and everything in between. But if you take a step back and think about it, what's really striking is how much these shows are reflecting our current moment. Whether it's the chaos of House of the Dragon, the nostalgia of Ultimate Girls Trip, or the cultural introspection of NASCAR Americana. It's not just about what's on TV, it's about what TV says about us. And honestly, I can't wait to see where it all goes next. What about you? Which show are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments. I'm always down to geek out about this stuff.